Real denim earns its fades on your body. Cheap denim buys them in a laser booth, and every pair in the store wears the exact same wear. Start with Predistressed jeans. You paid a premium for damage a machine did in 9 seconds. Rips that spread in fabric that's already weakened. 5 jeans that make men over 40 look cheap, and 5 worth every dollar. You know the tells, even if you've never named them. The orange-tinted mall wash with the shine to it. The knees that bagged out and never came back. And the one that stings. The crotch that blew out at 18 months, and you quietly wondered if it was you. It wasn't. It was never you. The industry sold you fake fades and fragile denim and let you take the blame. Let me hand it back to where it belongs. Number 1. Predistressed, ripped, destroyed jeans. Here's the verdict, plain. You paid extra to buy damage. Think about what that actually means. A laser burned those whiskers in about 9 seconds. A sandblaster or a grinding wheel tore open those knees. The holes were cut before you ever tried them on. And here's the part the price tag hides. That abrasion permanently weakens the fabric. You didn't buy character, you bought a head start on failure. Cotton fiber that has been burned, blasted, or ground down does not grow back. Every one of those artificial thin spots is a place the jean will fail first, and it was there the day you brought it home. The rips spread, the thin spots blow through, and the jeans wear out faster because they arrived pre-wounded, which means you replace them sooner, which is the only part of the arrangement that was ever designed to work. Every single pair in that store carries the identical damage, the same fade in the same spot on 10,000 pairs, because a machine did it to all of them. Real wear is personal. It's a record of your body and your days. Factory distress is a costume of someone else's wear, mass-produced and stamped onto you. Somewhere there's a template. A designer chose where your knee should be worn through on a mannequin, and a machine executed it 10,000 times. Your actual knees were never consulted. On a man over 40, that reads as costume every time. A grown man wearing manufactured youth. The wash was never the wear. You were sold to strangers at a premium. The next one doesn't tear the denim. It paints the wear on with bleach. One quick thing, and it's the one you've been asking for. You wanted the whole method in one place? Well, here it is. My new guide. Build a $2,000 wardrobe for $200. Every rule from this channel. No logos, no fluff. The link is below. Go build it. Number 2. Fake whiskered mall wash jeans. Here's the spec that gives it away. Look down at a pair. That orange-tinted, over-bleached, faintly shiny finish with whiskers fanning off the fly and honeycombs printed behind the knees. None of it was earned. It was applied on real raw denim. Whiskers form exactly where your hip creases when you sit, and honeycombs form behind your knee where the fabric folds as you walk. They are a map of one specific body, yours. The mall wash fakes that map with lasers, sponges, and potassium spray, then hits it with heavy bleach to force that pale, brassy tone fast. And the bleaching itself degrades the cotton, so the fabric is weaker before you wear it once. Chlorine and potassium permanganate do not politely tint the surface. They eat the fiber. That brassy orange tone you see is the cotton telling you it has been chemically stripped. The tell is the sameness. Genuine fades are irregular, personal, a little unpredictable. Printed fades are too perfect and too identical, repeated across every pair on the shelf. A man who knows denim can spot a mall wash across a parking lot because real life doesn't fade that evenly. Look at a pair of jeans a rancher has worn for 5 years. The fades tell you which pocket held his knife and which knee he kneels on. That's a document. The mall wash is a photocopy of somebody else's. The fix costs nothing extra. A clean, dark, honest wash or raw denim you fade yourself. The wash was never the wear. Next, the one that actually hurt you. And the answer you were never given. Number 3. High-stretch skinny jeans. So let me answer the question thousands of you have asked in the comments for years. Why did your jeans really blow out at the crotch? Because here is the truth, and I want you to sit with that. It was never your body, and it was never your fault. It was the denim. Cheap stretch jeans are built from low-ounce, open-end yarn with elastane blended in, usually 3 to 5%. 2 things then happen. First, that elastane fiber fatigues. Every wear cycle, every stretch and release breaks it down a little more until it thins and gives. Second, the fabric is light and the yarn is weak. So where your thighs meet and rub, the highest friction point on the whole garment, it abrades through. Thin fabric, dying stretch fiber, constant friction right at the seam. And notice the design of it. The failure lands precisely where you cannot patch it discreetly, on a garment cheap enough that replacing it feels easier than fixing it. That is not a bug in the business model. The blowout wasn't inevitable because of you. It was engineered in by the material. Cheap stretch denim has a service life, and the manufacturer knows roughly what it is. You bought a garment with an expiry date and no label warning you about it. And here's the proof. Rigid, ring-spun, 12 to 14 ounce denim doesn't do this. No elastane to fatigue, stronger yarn, heavier fabric that resists the abrasion. Those jeans wear at the thigh for years instead of tearing in 18 months. And when they finally do wear thin, a tailor patches them for $20 and they go another 5 years. That's the difference between a garment and a consumable. The industry sold you a fragile jean and let you feel the shame. Hand it back. The wash was never the wear, and neither was the blowout ever yours. Next, a shape that dates you before the fabric even gets a chance. Number 4. Boot cut and flare with heavy stacking. Let me put two silhouettes side by side. Picture the 2003 boot cut, the leg that hugs the thigh, then kicks wide at the hem, puddling in a long, sloppy stack of fabric over the shoe. Now picture a clean, straight leg with a single, crisp break at the top of the shoe. One of those dates a man instantly. The other is timeless and has been for a century. The boot cut and the deep flare are locked to an era. They usually come in cheap open-end denim with a wash to match, so you get the dated shape and the weak fabric in one purchase. The heavy stacking makes it read even older, all that excess length bunching and breaking in a way that looks unconsidered. This isn't about chasing trends. A straight or slim straight leg with one clean break is the shape that never went out and never will. It flatters nearly every man and reads current in any decade. You don't need fashion. You need the cut that time can't touch. Get the length right, and the shape does the rest. The hem should kiss the top of your shoe with one soft break. No puddle, no stack. A tailor charges $12 to do that, and it is the single cheapest upgrade in menswear. The man who reads the silhouette skips the puddle. One more offender, and it's the one you paid extra to look worse. Number 5. Bling pocket, heavily embroidered jeans. Giant stitched pocket flaps, rhinestone arcs, loud contrast top stitching swooping across both back pockets like a billboard. And you paid a premium for it. Think about that. The plain version of the same jean usually costs less than the one covered in decoration. You spent extra to add the exact thing that dates you a decade. Nobody upcharges you for restraint. That's the quiet joke of the whole category. Good taste is the cheaper option and always has been, because heavy back pocket embroidery is welded to a specific mid-2000s moment, and on a man over 40 it broadcasts that moment loudly every time you turn around. Quality denim goes the opposite direction. Clean back pockets, subtle or no stitching, maybe a simple arcuate and matching thread. The detail is in the denim, not the decoration. The rhinestones aren't a sign of quality. They're a distraction from the lack of it, because loud pockets almost always ride on cheap open-end fabric. Look at any premium jean in this video. Momotaro, Ironheart, the 501, clean pockets, every one. The decoration is inversely proportional to the denim underneath. That rule almost never breaks. Spend nothing extra and get the plain pocket. It's cheaper, it lasts the same or better, and it doesn't announce a year you'd rather not revisit. The man who reads the denim lets the fabric do the talking. Now, here's the good news, and it starts at $30. First, Wrangler 13MWZ. Let's start the price ladder at the bottom, because this is the proof that looking sharp was never about money. The Wrangler 13MWZ cowboy cut has been made in rigid, honest cotton for generations, worn by real working men, ranch hands, rodeo riders, guys who needed jeans that survived actual labor and didn't care what anyone thought of the wash. The 13MWZ was designed with rodeo riders in 1947, and it has barely changed because it never needed to. It runs about $28, and it's rigid 100% cotton, which means it ages instead of failing. No elastane to fatigue, no blowout built in. It comes rigid, so it'll shrink a bit on the first wash and mold to you over time, developing honest fades that are actually yours. No fake whiskers, no printed honeycombs, no rhinestones, just a straightforward, durable American workwear jean at the price of 2 fast fashion t-shirts. Is it the finest denim in this video? No, but it is genuinely good, genuinely honest, and it puts a man in real rigid cotton for 30 bucks. If money is tight, you're not shut out of good denim. That matters, and I want to say it clearly. Nothing in this video requires a big budget. The $30 jean on this list is honest denim, and a man wearing it with clean shoes. A shirt that fits looks better than a man in $300 jeans with rhinestones on the pockets. You start here, and you look completely put together doing it. Next, real selvedge for the price of a mall jean. Second, Uniqlo selvedge. Here's the spec that surprises people. Uniqlo sells genuine selvedge denim for around $50. Real selvedge. Let me explain what that word means, because it's the mark of honest construction. Selvedge denim is woven on narrow vintage shuttle looms that finish their own edge. The self-edge, that clean band you see, often with a colored stripe when you cuff the hem. Those looms run many times slower than a modern loom on a bolt half as wide, which is why selvedge signals care and density. A modern projectile loom fires the weft across a wide bolt at enormous speed and leaves a raw, frayed edge that has to be overlocked shut. The shuttle loom carries the thread back and forth and closes its own edge. Slower, denser, self-finished. And Uniqlo's is woven at Kaihara, one of Japan's most respected denim mills. $50 for Kaihara selvedge is, frankly, a steal. Step up to unbranded, around $85, and you get heavier raw selvedge built specifically to fade, the entry brand of the serious denim world. Deliberately no frills, so the money goes into the fabric. Both prove you don't need $300 to own real honest self-edge denim. And here's the practical tell you can use in any store. Roll the cuff. If you see a clean, finished band with a colored stripe running up the outseam, that's a self-edge. If you see an overlocked, surged, frayed edge, it isn't. That 5-second check tells you more than the price tag ever will. The man who reads the weave cuffs the hem and checks for the self-edge. Next, the most accessible raw denim in America. Third, Levi's 501 Original Shrink to Fit. Let me credit Levi's properly first, because this audience has history with it. The 501 is the original blue jean, honest denim for over a century, and the archive is genuine. The crime was never the 501 itself, it was the flood of stretch mall versions that watered the name down. So here's the comparison that matters. The 501 you want is the Shrink to Fit, not the stretch 501 on most store shelves. The Shrink to Fit is rigid, ring-spun, raw denim that lands around 14 ounces once it's shrunk to you, roughly $70 to $100. And it's the most accessible true raw denim in America. Now, ring-spun matters, and here's the counterintuitive fact that earns you real credibility. Yarn quality beats weight. Ring-spun yarn tests 10 to 30% stronger than the cheap open-end yarn in most mass jeans. A 12-ounce ring-spun denim can outlast a 16-ounce open-end one. Weight alone is never the spec. And one honest note on Shrink to Fit, so nobody orders wrong, it comes raw and unsanforized, so it shrinks several percent on the first soak. You buy it larger, you soak it, it shrinks to you. Follow the sizing guide and it becomes your best fitting jean. That's the whole trick with raw denim, and it's why people are so loyal to it. The jean doesn't arrive fitting you. It becomes yours over months, shaping to your legs, creasing where you crease. Nothing off a mall rack can do that at any price. The man who reads the yarn knows ring spun is the tell. Next, the heirloom tier. Fourth, Momotaro. Here's the insider's jean, the one denim people speak about with real reverence. Momotaro, out of the Okayama region of Japan, the beating heart of premium denim. The standard pair is roughly 15.7 ounces, woven from Zimbabwe cotton, prized for its long, clean fibers and rope dyed in pure indigo, dipped again and again to build a depth that a quick surface dye can never reach. The cotton itself is hand-cultivated and hand-picked, not machine-stripped, which keeps the long staple intact and gives the yarn its strength. Cuff it and you'll find a pink selvedge line, Momotaro's signature, an homage to the peach in the folktale the brand is named for. This is denim made slowly on old shuttle looms by people who treat it as craft, and it runs around $300 to $320. And if you love the idea, its Okayama siblings are just as worthy. Pure Blue Japan, Studio Dartisan, cut from the same cloth of obsession. Is this a lot for jeans? Yes, but you're buying denim engineered to fade into a one-of-a-kind record of your life and built to last a decade or more doing it. This is where denim stops being a purchase and becomes a companion. Rope dyeing is the reason. The yarn is dipped in indigo again and again, so the dye coats the outside of the thread while the core stays white. But as the surface wears away, the white core shows through. That's what a real fade is. Cheap synthetic indigo is dyed straight through, so it never fades that way. It just goes gray. The man who reads the mill knows the name Okayama. One left, and it closes the whole argument. Fifth, Iron Heart. Here's the spec shock to end on. Iron Heart makes heavyweight Japanese selvage, genuinely heavy. The signature fabric is 21 ounces, woven with a double-twisted weft on a slow shuttle loom. It runs roughly $345 to $395. Look for the red W stitched on the back pockets. This is Buy It for Life denim, built like armor, originally for motorcyclists who needed real protection. At 21 ounces, the fabric will nearly stand on its own. It takes months to break in. Men who own them describe the break-in like a relationship. Difficult at first, then it fits nobody but you. And here's where the whole video comes together: the cost per wear math. Picture the man who buys a $60 stretch mall jean, wears it, watches the crotch blow out in 18 months, and buys another. 5 pairs over 10 years. $300 spent, and he looked like a stranger's fades the whole time. Now picture the man who buys 1 pair of Iron Heart and wears it for a decade, wears it for a decade of his own life, looking better every single year. Same money, opposite outcome. That's the truth under every tier in this video, from the $30 Wrangler to the $400 Iron Heart. You were never overpaying for quality, you were overpaying for fakes that failed. And the tiers don't compete with each other. A man in Wranglers and a man in Iron Heart are doing the same thing, buying rigid, honest cotton and letting it record his life. Only the budget differs, never the principle. The man who reads the denim buys once, the wash was never the wear. So here's the whole thing. Read the yarn, ring spun over open end. Read the weave, cuff it, and look for the self-edge. Read the weight, 12 to 14 ounces for the sweet spot. And read the stretch content, because elastane is what fatigues and fails. The wash on the front never told you whether the denim would last a decade or a year, and for too long. The fades on your jeans belong to a stranger. Now they can be yours. Buy the honest denim at whatever tier you can afford, wear it hard, and let it write your life on the cloth. I'm Bill. I read the denim, not the wash. And the guide so many of you asked for is finally here. Build a $2,000 wardrobe for $200. Every rule from this channel in one place, linked below. If this one sharpened your eye, watch the men's clothing brands robbing you blind. 370,000 views. And the clothing built to last a lifetime, 199,000 views. The same read the garment method for your whole wardrobe. Subscribe. This channel reads the build, not the marketing.